Going three-way. Top pair. Maybe let's talk a little strategy here. So, what are your options here, Frank, in terms of sizing frequency? What are you going?
Okay, like multi-way, already difficult. I even watched a session recently on this exact like multi-way spot. I think the board was king high as well, but I'm pretty sure it's only small betting, and then no raises from the small blind, and then Kevin should play very aggressively with check raises, like raising a bunch of king X and like some other stuff, and not play really many calls at all, I think.
Okay, so as flushy with king 7, you're going to find a check back a bit, or you're going to just go ahead and bet?
I'm probably going to go ahead and bet for king 7. Maybe check some stronger kings, and I don't know, just like do whatever, freestyle it a bit. But I bet or check, I think is fine.
All right, he's
I
going to
only bet small.
He's going to start with a check and a king on the turn. 2 more checks over to him. And now what are you thinking?
Now I am thinking my hand isn't really worth 2 streets anyway. Like if you bet here and Kevin calls, are you going to bet the river? Like probably not, right? So I would probably just check again, but it's whatever. You don't really need to protect against much at all. So like,
he agrees and finds a check. Two more checks. I mean, surely checking is no longer an option.
No, now it's value bet time.
How much money do you want to bet?
And
what are you repping?
Are you gonna play? Yeah, like are you gonna bet a 10 here? You're probably gonna bet ace 10 here, right? Definitely. I'd just be 75 probably, repping a good 10 or a king. I wouldn't have a specific size for pocket 4, so I'd just be 75. And I expect Dayan and Kevin to both check raise bluff me sometimes. But yeah, I'd just be 75. So far, so good.
So, if Kevin marks, how are you feeling about the spot that you're in right now?
I mean, I'm not thrilled about it. I know Dayan can be a bit splashy from what I've seen, and he's got a lot of potential hands to use as a bluff here. Will he use them? Is the other question. I don't really know. I've never played against Dayan. I heard he's very good, but yeah, I wouldn't really know how to figure out the spot. Is it a show table or not?
I don't think it is. Does that factor in your mind at all?
I think definitely, and I think for the other players too that are playing this challenge, like no one wants to get bluffed on the show table, right? So everyone seems to be calling it like.
But in the same vein, like say people are getting really active on this river, right? I mean, Decky might not want to do that on the show table. He might only want to do that not on the show table, which might make him tighter if it's a show and looser if it's not. But anyway, that's unfortunately not what happens. We're going to see Kevin ram it home over the top here.
I mean, I would probably just let the boys have it here.
What's Kevin representing?
Kevin is repping pocket 6s plus, I think. Which he could reasonably have, but like I just don't believe it that a guy checks 3 times there with something good, because like, you know, sometimes if you have 6s and Dayan has 4s, right? It just goes check, 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 and you lose. Like nothing happens. But Kevin is like a super creative guy and does like really believe in his own ranges. So if there's someone in the world that could have it here, I would guess it's him. But like, yeah, I don't really believe it.
So you just station off as flushy then?
No, as flushy I would fold because I'm worried about Dayan. But like,
but if flushy calls it, Dayan has to like range fold basically, right?
No, Dan will still call pocket sixes, I think, because Flushie can have fours. Both players can have fours,
Yeah.
and like
But if
Flushie can never have tens or kings, right?
if Decky had fours, he's probably folding, right?
Yeah, I think so. But if he has sixes, it's like a big difference, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But he can't have tens pre, right? It's a mandatory squeeze. Or is it possible to have
I'm
some
not sure.
little
I'm not
sliver
sure.
of TT?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's a mandatory squeeze, but like it's no rake, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if it's flats. I don't really know. I've never studied pre-flop here.
But yeah, very strange spot. Like you said, I mean, it's hard to know since this spot will never come up again, basically, exactly how
Yeah.
Kevin is playing and whether or not he will have the correct frequency of value, considering how much he's risking. But he is going to show. Pocket trays for the little back rip, give up action. Quite a sick hand. This is one of my favorite hands that I saw.
Yeah. Normally there's like, there's this thing of like, if you rep nothing, you have nothing until you get to high stakes, where then when they rep nothing, they like actually have it always. But here he just reps nothing and has nothing again, and like, yeah, spicy.
Quite a cool one.